that leads us to the next part of the story, is that you have become kind of the brand testing for brands that TRC wants to bring in
Hmm.
over the years. So walk us through the process of finding a brand, testing the brand, and then finally bringing it on to TRC.
So this is kind of fun. This is something that I started from the first time we first had O&R. We had Optimum and O&R. That was the first one. So um, after that, it was we were just fine with O&R. Jeff had always famously said, "I'm never going to sell chemicals. I'm never going to do, any of that kind of stuff. I don't want to be the next auto geek. I don't want to be, you
Yeah.
know."
Yep.
And we just started. I we had Optimum and we were doing really well with that. And
Mm-hmm.
then I think we added Solution Finish was our next one because I really like Chris West's product and
Hmm.
I kind of felt it filled a good hole, for that. And then uh, after that, we started looking into PNS, and that was a big deal for us because that was really
Hmm.
the first company we started working with and going like, let's start trying stuff. And I remember I asked my first question to Bob because I played with some products, and I said, "Can I cherry pick? Can I cherry pick the line? Because I got some that I really like and others that I'm not really 100% on."
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "Yeah, whatever you want to do, go for it. Tell me.
Hmm.
If you want to buy one product, if you want to buy 25 products, just whatever you feel like. I'll do whatever you want." And I said, "That's pretty cool."
Yeah.
And that was kind of the start of our process. So Anthony and I got Beadmaker and we started playing with it. And it was literally 1 year to the day that from the day we got it to the day it went on sale at the rag company. And we thought that's kind of a good rule
Mm-hmm.
of thumb.
Yep.
That 1 year, gives us time to play around. Other products like IK, that was like nobody else was doing IKs at the time. So when we launched IK, we had the product for maybe 6 months, and I fell in love with it, and so did Anthony, and we just said, let's do this. But there are some product lines where they just never see the light of day, and I don't talk about the product lines that I didn't like or I
Hmm.
don't feel are a fit for the rag company. But the primary planning phase is Anthony and I start looking for a new brand, and we just start hunting and we just watch. And sometimes that process could take up to a year or two. Sometimes we've got a short list of products that we're interested in, and we just kind of watch. We see how they handle themselves in the industry. We see how they, uh, you know, how their social media is, how they do stuff, um, and then when we do reach out, the very first question is, "Hey, it's Levi from the Rag Company. I was wondering if we could have a discussion about your product line."
Yeah.
And they write back and say, "Oh my gosh, that'd be awesome. I'd love to do that." And if they say yes or no, if they say no, okay, that's fine. If they say yes, the next question I tell them is, "I'm sending here's a non-disclosure, and you have to give me a year. I'm not going to buy anything. We're going to go deep dive into this stuff. You're going to tell me all your dirty secrets. And if you can't do that, this conversation's over." And you'd
Right.
be amazed at how many companies
Oh yeah.
will not and are not
Mm.
willing to do that. Um, and they're in it for the quick buck and they're in it to sell it. And my rule is if you can go there with me and just say, yeah, I have that trust and faith in what I've done for the rag company and who I am as a detailer
Yeah.
and a detailing personality,
Mm-hmm.
we'll make some magic happen, and as my dad says, and we'll get it going. So
Yeah.
um, that was something that was great with like Jack from Stiarnagloss.
Mm-hmm.
We reached out to him. I reached out to people that knew him. They forwarded me along. I told Jack, and he was like, 100%, absolutely, no questions asked. Here you go. Signed it, sent it back. Um, Wolos did that with us when we first started talking to that. Like, there's a lot of companies that we brought on. Color Lock we'd been with them for over a year and a half before we brought them on.
Hmm.
Ragtop, we'd known of Ragtop Rick before he passed. Really, really good guy. Um, he used to make me laugh, and so I really liked the guy, and he was super no pressure. Just whatever you guys want, here you go.
Sure.
So I've had that with a lot of companies. G Technic, Kosh Chemi, all these brands have been very good at going, not a problem. We know who you are. We know what you can do. And we want you guys to help support us. The biggest things is I look for, no white label products. That's like a number one rule of mine. And the reason for that is I need to be able to contact your chemist, or I need to be able to see where the product is made in-house. Because for us, it's a customer service issue. If I have to call you because your product's bad and you go, let me get a hold of the blender or the chemist or something like that, and it goes through 3 or 4 hands, it's not good. I'd rather have the chemist, like Dave Phillips, email you back and at least give you the answer to what questions you have. Or I can forward on an email that I sent to him in favor of you. It's just, it comes straight from the source, and it comes out a little better. Also, when we do that, I will say, we kind of get a better price as a distributor when you're working with the main source.
For sure.
And that's a business decision as well in that sense. And so, and then the other thing is as we grew, one thing we noticed that we did really well was Amazon. And so that's a service that we've provided to a number of clients within the industry, where we're able to handle their entire Amazon storefront for the marketing and the hosting and the listing and the building of the entire site. We're able to handle that, and it kind of gives us a competitive edge over other companies for the marketing and the hosting and the listing and the building of the entire site. We're able to handle that, and it kind of gives us a competitive edge over other companies because we can handle that. That volume and that ability to take care of their stuff for them. It allows the brand to not suffer. And that's kind of the biggest thing. Is my job is to make sure that brand, as the brand development manager, is to make that brand and bring that brand up into something special. If you have 50 people selling it on Amazon and they're all fighting to get the best price, that brand's going to suffer. That brand's going to have a harder time in the marketplace when it's getting cheaper and cheaper, and it's going to hurt some of the smaller shops and boutiques that folks are running out of their own businesses and going, hey man, I'm trying to sell this bottle of Dream Maker and it's on Amazon for half the price. I can't sell it to a customer at this price. Like, they're getting it for the same thing I'm getting it for. Like that, it doesn't help. So we always try to bring that, elevate it. And as we always say in the company, a rising tide floats all boats. So we want to be able to help everybody and bring that out. So,
being on the TRC boat is a good boat to be on.
It's a pirate ship, but it's still a good boat.
I got some good captains. Got Dane and Anthony. They're always sailing the 7 seas. So
that's right.
Perfect boat to jump on.